DICE Entertainment's Battlefield series is a franchise that managed to receive the love and affection of millions around the world. Since its first installment in 2002, it has had 11 installments and 12 expansion packs since then, and in 2012, it was reported that the series reached 50 million players. And while Battlefield 5 is not necessarily the strongest entry in the franchise, DICE and EA recently unveiled the next installment of the franchise, an ambitious title set in the near future named Battlefield 2042. We were also treated with a lot of important pieces of news alongside the announcement, so let us take a closer look at that. Welcome back to our channel, gamers! Today, we will be covering everything that you would need to know about the upcoming entry to the Battlefield franchise, Battlefield 2042. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell icon in order to support the channel and to ensure that you will not miss out on our future uploads. Without further ado, let us dive right in. For those who've had their ear to the ground, the arrival of Battlefield 2042 was not exactly a surprise. There were plenty of leaks and information that floated around the internet that even went as far as spoiling the game's premise and a few important details. It is safe to say that now the cat is out of the bag, now that it has been officially announced. Battlefield 2042 is set to take place in a near-future world that has been ravaged by climate-driven disasters, leading to the most severe refugee crisis in human history. The people that belonged nowhere are called the term non-patriated, or no-pats in short. Those who were able to fight amongst no-pats were recruited to fight in an all-encompassing war that was going on between the US and Russia. Through official sources, we now know that Battlefield 2042 has 3 main game modes. The 3 are All-Out Warfare, Hazard Zone, and a third game mode that is still yet to be announced, as it's still under development at DICE Los Angeles. However, we do know a few things about the announced 2 game modes. First up, we have the game mode Hazard Zone. It was revealed that this is squad-based, but it's definitely not treading the path of a battle royale. Up next, we have All-Out Warfare, which includes both Conquest as well as Breakthrough. For those who are unfamiliar with the franchise, these 2 multiplayer game modes have been fan favorites amongst the old fans of the series. It was revealed that you will be able to play these modes both online and even by yourself against computer-controlled soldiers. The developers at DICE took the time to say that the offline gameplay is more considered to be a training tool for new players and for those who want to try out new strategies. Of course, as always, online play will be the real deal. According to what has been shown so far and the claims that have been made, it seems that Battlefield 2042 will contain the largest environments showcased in the entire rich history of the franchise. These maps include locations in South Korea, Singapore, Egypt, Qatar, and the crowd favorite, Antarctica. It was said that these maps will have live events that can sometimes affect or disrupt your gameplay. One factor would be the giant rocket that'll either take to the skies like it was supposed to, or explode on the launch pad itself, causing massive damage to its surroundings. The other would be the massive shipping containers that are randomly shot into the sky, taking whoever that was inside along with motion. These events will add an element of chaos in your calculated FPS experience. It was revealed that the game's matches will support up to 128 players on PC, Xbox Series XS, and PlayStation 5. Meanwhile, on the previous generation consoles, Xbox One and PS4, it was said that the rounds will be capped at 64 players, and the maps would also be scaled down to a certain extent. Regardless of that, updates in gameplay will remain the same on all platforms. As of right now, DICE has not confirmed or denied crossplay capabilities. Do you all remember the age-old combat classes that appeared in the previous Battlefield installments? For those who need a refresher, Battlefield used to feature a combat class feature which consisted of Recon, Assault, Support, and Engineer. A Recon class included your snipers. The Assault class included your rampant run and gunners. The Support class included those who preferred being the medic of the team, and the Engineer class included heavy ordnance experts and fixer-uppers. Each of those roles had its own collection of firearms to choose from, and it also came with class-specific abilities that ranged from reviving your injured teammates to repairing damaged tanks to be used by your team. Battlefield 2042 aims to do away with the old class system and introduce their brand new approach to it through a specialist system. Battlefield 2042 will include 10 unique specialists, each with their own abilities and capabilities. Each of these characters will be built with different playstyles in mind. So for those who are used to the previous class system, can still find solace in the fact that the 4 characters that are revealed as of now are centralized around the 4 core classes that Battlefield used to feature in its past games. Compared to the past, what makes this system special is that each character will not be confined to a certain selection of weapons pre-chosen for them. Each specialist will have their primary weapon exclusive for them, and it'll always be a specialty weapon. For example, the Recon Specialist gets a surveillance drone that is capable of shooting EMP darts while also sensing enemy movement. The system still provides versatility, since that same Recon Specialist will have a second weapon slot that a player can use to equip whatever gun they desire. Customizing the player experience seems to be something that the developers had in mind while developing the game, as this allows the player to play each specialist in their own special style, paving the way for unique gameplay for each and every individual. The developers of Battlefield 2042 made it an important point that one of the goals of the game is to lean towards the series' sandbox roots. The maps are designed to be vast when it comes to ground and even airspace. With so many guns and gadgets to play around with, it is clear that the player will have ample use of it. Players will have the power to call in vehicles at any time, just to get them parachuted onto the map within a matter of seconds. Another interesting yet chaotic element that they've added to the franchise are dynamic weather events that are built into each environment. This includes a tornado that can randomly appear on any map, with enough power to suck both players and vehicles alike. You can either run away from it or use it as an advantage. The trailer showcases a wingsuit being used to maneuver out of the twister, but it's not confirmed as of yet if this is included in the game's design as well. Of course, like any multiplayer-centric game of the current era, Battlefield 2042 is also said to include a Battle Pass system that'll allow you to gain seasonal content, either for free or through the premium tier. Even with such a system in place, it is said that the system will not be used to lock maps or other items that give advantages in gameplay behind a paywall. The developers ensured that the Battle Pass will only provide exclusive cosmetic items to the players. It was unveiled that Battlefield 2042 will be available for the masses on the 22nd of October. Like any other AAA title, it seems that Battlefield 2042 will cost you $60 in PC, Xbox One, and PS4. However, for the next generation crowd that owns an Xbox Series X or PS5, it'll cost you $70 to get your hands on this game. They've provided the masses with the opportunity to pre-order the game, with a couple of added cosmetic bonuses if you decide to do so. Fans can expect more information regarding the third gameplay mode in EA Play Live, which is set to be held on July 22nd. It is clear that Battlefield 2042 was built with the next generation of gaming in mind, as it brings forth many fresh features that keep the gameplay tasteful for the masses. Regardless of the new additions, this is also a love letter to the classic form the franchise was once known for. EA and DICE's main focus has been on building giant multiplayer spaces with opportunities to murder in mass quantities while taking part in high-flying action. Even with the premise taking place in the near future sci-fi narrative centralized around people with no allegiance to any country, the plot still managed to contain a proxy war between the United States and Russia. If that's not classic Battlefield, what is? Their previous addition to the franchise, Battlefield 5, was a hit or miss, as it received quite the mixed response. It was expected since nobody expects a buggy FPS experience with an emphasis on single player anymore. The era of battle royales and peak multiplayer was on the rise, and this meant that Battlefield also had to change its ways. With the decision to keep this new title multiplayer only, DICE and EA are planning to change their ways and pander to the newest direction that the FPS market is moving towards. Battlefield 2042 is bringing forth a new yet familiar direction for the franchise, and after Battlefield 5, the two companies know that the franchise desperately needs it. With that, we've reached the end of today's video. Do you think that Battlefield 2042 will be a commercial success? What do you feel about them not including a campaign with a new entry to the franchise? Let us know in the comments below. If you wish to see more videos like this, subscribe to our channel and press that bell button to get an update every single time we upload a new video. Make sure to like this video and share it with your friends and family. Thanks for watching, and see you all next time.